Okay, so we're going to do our assessment. So in the beginning, as I walk in, I can automatically check for any skin conditions that are visible or exposed, for any abrasions, skin tears, masses, discoloration. Right now, everything seems appropriate for race. I can check their mood, and it seems appropriate for this task. To check alertness and orientation, I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Can you tell me your full name?
Anthony Bravo.
Okay, can you tell me where you are today?
The clinic.
Okay. Can you tell me what year we're in?
2025.
Okay, can you tell me who's the current president?
Donald Trump.
Okay, good. So he seems alert and oriented to place and person. We're going to go ahead and check your abdomen. So I'm going to have you expose your abdomen. Okay, so as he exposes, I'm going to check for any distension, any abnormalities. We can know there's some here, but everything's even bilaterally. There's no masses, any cysts, or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll listen to your abdomen. So I will be checking all 4 quadrants, starting at the right lower quadrant and working my way around clockwise. Okay, so everything seems normal, everything being from 5 to 10 seconds, which is a normal range. You hear some hybrid gurgling. So at this point as well, since I'm already exposing the abdomen, I can go ahead and check the renal arteries. So I will check the aorta, your renal arteries, your iliac arteries, and your femoral arteries, okay? And for the purpose of this video, we're not going to expose anything. And then I'll go check the femoral arteries as well. Okay, there was no bruise heard during auscultation. We are going to now do some percussion of all the quadrants. So we're just gonna do here a dullness. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I can do it over your shirt, but I'm gonna have you put your hands to your side. Okay, so everything seems normal there. I will go ahead and check for your liver. So to do that, I will be checking at your umbilical site and then your midclavicular line on your right side. And I will keep percussing until I hear the dullness. And then I'll do it again, midclavicular line, above your umbilicus, on your nipple line, and check. And then I'll do your measurements. So I actually need a measuring tape. Okay, so we gotta work with that and tape measure. So then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna palpate from your umbilical line and midclavicular line, and then we're gonna press up. I'm just gonna put my hands here. Okay, when you hear the dullness, you're just going to mark. Sorry. And then we're gonna go from mid nipple line and clavicular line, and we're just going to percuss. Oh, sorry, thank you. And then you would go ahead and measure, mark and measure. And then you would say that is 10 centimeters would be normal for a male. And then we're gonna, since we're already here, we can go ahead and percuss the spleen. So that I'm gonna stand on this side and I'm gonna put my hand here to support your rib. and then I would touch from midclavicular line, and then from here, I'm just going to percuss diagonally towards your armpit, and you should hear a tympanic sound, which is normal, and that's what we heard here. While we have the abdomen exposed already, we're going to start with a light palpation. So we're going to start light, just in case you feel any tenderness or anything, just let me know. And again, we're going to start from the right lower quadrant, and just a little light palpation. Do you feel any tenderness? Okay, so since there was no tenderness, I'm just going to do a deeper palpation, okay? Okay, so then we are here, and then I'm going to go ahead and palpate for your liver, so I'm just going to have to press underneath, and we felt no abnormalities, no masses, or anything like that, and there was no pain or tenderness. Okay, so I'm going to feel here. Okay, and then to feel your spleen, I'm going to go ahead and support my hand right here. And I'm just going to have you take a deep breath. Okay, any pain?
No.
Okay, and the spleen was not palpable, which is normal. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and just put this away. So now we're just going to go ahead and palpate your aorta. So I'm just going to touch right here. Everything seems normal. I'm going to have you sit up, and I'm going to try to palpate your kidneys, okay? So can you sit up for me? Okay, and I'll put one hand behind your back, and then I would press forward, and I'll go ahead and do the same thing on this side. And you shouldn't palpate the kidneys, which at this point I did not, so that is a normal finding. We can go ahead and move on to the next thing, which we're going to do your upper extremities now. So if you want, you can sit up for me and face me. So while I'm here, I'm just going to take a look at your neck, your shoulders, your clavicles. So I'm just going to expose you through here. Okay. And while I'm here and expecting, I can also palpate to see any abnormalities. Nothing in the neck. And I'm feeling in the back. And then can you lean forward for me just so I can take a look in the back? Okay. No abnormalities. And then while I'm here, I'm also going to check for some range of motion and for some strength, okay? So I'm going to have you turn your neck side to side. Any pain? Any stiffness? Can you tilt your head up and down? Okay. Now go ahead and bring your ear to your shoulder and do it on the same on the other side. Okay, good. And now I'm just going to put my hands on your face, and I just want you to push against resistance, okay? Okay, good. Okay, good. You were able to push against resistance. And now I'm going to do the same thing on your shoulders. I'm going to have you move them up. Okay, good. Alright, so since we're already here, I'm going to test for your range of motion. So I'm going to ask you, can you bring your shoulders up? Your arms up? Okay, can you put them behind your back? Any pain or discomfort? Okay, can you rotate them? Good. Now I'm going to check your mobility in your elbows since you're already here. So I'm going to have you bring your arms out straight in front of you. Can you rotate them? And bring them up. Down. Any discomfort? Okay, good. So everything seems normal there. Okay, so I have my tool here to check your reflexes. So we're going to start first with your bicep. So I'm going to go ahead and have you move your arm out. You can relax it. Okay, you can relax. And I'll just support it. I'm just going to hit you right here. And what we expect is a lot of contraction, which is good. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Okay, good. And then we're going to go ahead and do your brachioradialis. So we're going to go along the side of the thumb. I'm going to have you relax your arm. And then we saw the move of the wrist and the fingers. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. And we saw the fingers twitch, so that's a good sign. And now we're going to go ahead and check your reflexes for your tricep. So I'm going to have you hold out your arm at a 90-degree angle. You can relax your arm. Ooh. You can relax your arm. Okay, so that's a good sign. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. So relax your arm. Okay, so we saw the reflex on both sides. So we can go ahead and put this down. And so then while we're here, I can also check your pulses. So I'm going to go ahead and check your pulses on both sides. Alright, so they're equal and palpable on both sides with a +2, which is normal. And then I can go ahead and check your pulses here as well. Where they are palpable on both sides as well. So then we're gonna, and that was the brachial. So then we're gonna go ahead and inspect your hands, which I was doing already as I was checking your pulses, and everything seems normal. We do see a few calluses. Which do you do any lifting? Okay, so that can be a normal finding. Everything seems well and kept. No abnormal findings, no discolorations, no abnormality in the nails, which is a good sign. So then we can go ahead and have you lay down. And I'm going to be palpating your hips. And then, so I'm just going to palpate on both sides. Okay. Which at this point too, when palpating the aorta, you want to go from the midline and palpate your way in, which I forgot to mention earlier. And then, so no abnormalities with the hips that are palpable. They seemed equal and on both sides. So I'm going to move this out of your leg. And what I'm going to ask you is to lift up your legs on both, one leg at a time, up to the ceiling. Okay, now lift up the other leg. Okay, good. So then I'm going to have you cross your legs. Okay, now cross it the other way. Okay, good. And now I'm going to have you flip onto your belly. Alright, and now you're just going to flex your legs up. Good. And your other leg. Good. And so then now I'm just going to ask you to do the same thing, but I'm just going to meet you with some resistance, okay? So do it again. Okay, good. And I'm going to do the other leg. Good. Alright, so you can flip back onto your back. Okay, so since we did that there, we can also do the same thing in the front, where I'm just going to meet you with some resistance as you lift up your legs. Okay, good. The other leg. Good. Alright, so then while I'm here, I can also have you sit up, and I'm just going to check your knee reflexes. And since you're already wearing shorts, I can already check your skin and your knee conditions. There's no abnormalities, no previous surgeries or anything like that. So you can sit up for me. Okay, So then I'm just going to go ahead and palpate your feet. And we're just checking for any edema, any swelling, anything like that. Everything seems normal. No swelling, no anything. While I'm here, I can just go ahead and feel the dorsal pedal pulses, which are palpable and +2 on both sides. I can go here behind the knee as well and check the pulses. Relax your legs. Which are felt on both sides bilaterally and a +2, which is normal. Okay, so now that you're here, I'm going to just test some range of motion for your knees. So I'm just going to have you lift up. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and have you meet against resistance, okay? Okay, good. Alrighty, so did you have any pain or anything that while moving? Okay, good. So everything seems normal there. And then while we're here, I'm just going to go ahead and also check your reflexes on your foot. And while I'm down here too, I'm just going to check your tibial pulses that I forgot to check. Okay, good. And it's palpable on both sides and +2. So I'm just going to have you lift up your foot. You can relax it. And I'm just going to scrape at the bottom of your foot. Okay. Okay, good. So that was just for checking your reflexes. So then now we're just going to go ahead and check your spine. So I'm going to have you stand up and turn around, and I'm just going to take a look at your spine. Okay. So what we're looking for is that everything is straight. Like there's no shifting of the hips or the shoulders. Everything is straight. Right? So I'm just going to have you test your range of motion. So I'm just going to have you bend down and touch your toes. Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead and have you twist. Okay. Now I'm going to have you lean to one side. Lean to the other side. Any pain anywhere? Okay, good. Alrighty, so everything seems normal. The range of motion is good. We're gonna have you so we're gonna just test your rapid alternating movements. So what I'm gonna have you, since you're already seated there, we're gonna have you put your hands on your thighs. And then all I want you to do is just to pat back and forth. Okay, which he's able to do without any problem, so that's a good sign. I'm going to have you on each side, just use your heel and scrape down your shin. Okay, good. And now the other side. Okay, so now I'm just going to have you close your eyes, and then I'm just going to test you for your sensation, and you're just going to tell me if you feel something sharp or something dull, okay? No peeking. Alrighty, and then at this point too, you can also tell me if you feel 1 or 2 points, okay? Alrighty, so is this sharp or dull?
Sharp.
Okay. What is this?
Dull.
How many?
1.
That was 2. So that's abnormal. So we can try again. You can keep your eyes closed. Okay. So then what is this?
Dull.
Sharp. Alright. So now we're going to check for the rapid alternating movement of, oh no, it's not. Alright, so now we're going to test your sensation. So we'll do a few things. We're going to start off with testing what objects am I putting in your hand, and then we're going to go ahead and test your sensation as well for sharp and dull items, okay? Alrighty, can you close up your eyes? Alrighty, so can you open up your palm? You can close it and tell me what's in it.
It's a crayon.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, can you open up your other palm? Can you tell me what's in there?
There's a Q-tip.
Good. And then we'll do one more. Can you open up your hand? Tell me what's in there.
The screw.
Okay, good. Alright, so now you can let go. So now I'm going to draw something on your hands and you're going to tell me what am I drawing, okay?
An F.
Yeah. Alrighty, now on this hand.
What was that? An 8.
Yes. Okay, so then now we're going to check for sensation so you can keep your eyes closed. So you're going to tell me if you feel 2 points or 1, okay? Just tell me if you feel 1 or 2 points.
1.
No, it's 2.
Really? Oh.
Okay, you can keep your eyes closed.
2.
Okay,
1.
okay.
2.
Yes. Alrighty. So we're just going to test this one again just for, you can close your eyes. Alright.
1.
Okay.
2.
Alrighty, good. So we've checked that everything seems normal. Sensation is well on all sides. So now we're just gonna check for your gait. So I'm gonna have you stand up and just make sure that you're in seat. So you can just stand by the wall and walk towards this way. So you can just walk normal. Okay. And then now you can walk back, and I'm gonna have you walking on your heels. So like this. Okay. Now can you walk on your tippy toes? Okay, good. And now you're gonna walk heel to toe. Good job. Okay. So now I'm gonna have you close your eyes. And then just for 30 seconds, you'll close your eyes and we're going to just check, and we'll be checking for any swaying or anything like that. So we don't see much of that, so 30 seconds passed and we didn't see that. Now we're just going to do the same thing, but I'm going to have you hold your hands out in front of you, like this. And I'll do the same thing, we're just going to check for another like 10 seconds. Okay, and there is no swaying. So then that is the final of our exam. Thank you.